Thankh. Peace and eternal blessings, y'all. It's been a while. I felt very driven to do a reading today. Even when like I was trying to get myself out of it, all my thoughts kept coming back to this. I saw IFA on a license plate today, so I was like, wow, it's really time to get back. So we're back. It is a waxing moon in Aries. I know I'm usually up on like full moons and new moons when I do my collective readings, but I haven't been feeling to be in that flow. Been learning a lot and just really shifting into why am I doing this? I love when I shift into my why and then I still wind up doing the same things, because that means that like, oh, I'm really in it for real. Sometimes you do have to take a step back. You do have to get redirected, and that's fine. So we are going to just jump right in. I am feeling to just drop an overall collective message. I'm not even going to keep the zodiac signs in there, especially because I got that message from that license plate of just Ifa. Like, they're just like, just divine, girl. Just divine. Just divine. So that's what we're going to do. I'm pulling out any collective messages that we may have. I was looking abundant. I have the 10 of water. Okay. Right, just in case if y'all got anything else, let me know. Okay, I love that. I gave you what I needed to give you. Oh, the Ace of Air and the 10 of Water came out first, then the 8 of Water, and then the 3 of Water. We are definitely in Pisces season. Okay, it's like everybody is figuring out a different way of handling their emotions or going through different cycles with their emotions and even with their creativity. So with the Ace of Air being tied with the 10 of Water, it's like starting a new journey, but then also completing a journey and being off to a new one. So it just comes full circle. And it's also giving like new year, because we know that Pisces is the last sign. So it's like completing. That's wild. Completing in order to begin. And obviously we know that the next sign is Aries, which isn't an air sign, but it's just that new beginning, that purity, that protection of like, it's going to be okay. Because sometimes there's a hesitancy or a resistance to completing cycles because people like to cling on to things that they're familiar to. And it's like, nah, this ain't the year. Hearing that, like, if you're not ready to change, it's going to be a hard year for you, because as my friend reminded me, the only thing consistent in this life is change. And if you're not ready for change, which is the constant, then you ain't going to be on no constant. You're going to be stuck. And sometimes that may call for a little bit of destruction to take you down to the underworld. And this is a Scorpio card about the underworld. And 8 in general, because it's the 8 of Water, gives me infinity. You turn it to the side, it's about forever. What are you willing to change in order to wake up in a world that you don't mind being in forever? Because we know once transitions happen, that's what it is. It's just a transition. So yeah, what are you doing? What are you willing right now? What are you dabbling into emotionally that is going to present you with a forever, or with a reality that is forever that you're okay with? Because we know nothing really lasts forever anyway. But just to tie in those ideas, like, what are you really doing right now? Are you okay with what you're doing? Are you okay with how things are making you feel? Are you okay with the changes? Because if not, you got to bring down the ship. And then this also just reminds me of the life-death cycle, because it's white, black, and red. So sometimes, like, some situations have to end in blood. I don't want to be the one to break it to you. And sometimes even the deaths that we have to do within ourselves have to end in blood. Like, you got to get taken down to the underworld to purify, to release, to bleed it out, just to come up refreshed. And yeah, so if you on this energy of I'm not completing my cycle yet because I'm resisting my change, then you're going to get taken to the underworld, and that's just going to have to be okay with you. Then we have the 3 of Water. Operating in unison. We know that fish swim in schools. It's about unity, community, but then also triangle and that power of 3, right? Going with the flow. It brings me, so you know how I was talking about if you're resistant to change, then this is what the energy is. But it seems like if you're in a flow with it, it gives Holy Trinity because of that triangle. So two divine entities creating another divine entity. And that's exciting. It's almost given like triumph and success. With the Holy Trinity comes a divine power. Things are likely to end as they began. So being in flow with that ending and beginning means that things are likely to end as they started. So pay attention to how your year started. We all know in situations, the most common one that I can think of is you be like, oh, you get them, you lose them, how you get them. I think that this is the same. It's going to end how it started. So be more intentional. Like both of these give a type of control or a type of attention that you're giving to a certain part of your life, some type of resistance or some type of allowance. Resistance or allowance? What side is you on? Peace.